So I think I'm going to read this to you guys. You can see that, right? That way. Um, but for fair warning, this is the trilogy, and in the second book, I think, second or third book, there are mentions of torture and again nudity and stuff that is not appropriate for children under the age of I would personally say 15. Um, but yeah, so this is The Deed of Paxnarian, um, by Elizabeth Moon. The Here is a map. Oh wait, I forgot. So our copy is so old that it's falling apart. So here is a map of where Paxnarian lives. Um, Prologue. In a sheep farmer's low stone house, high in the hills above Three Firs, two swords hang now above the mantelpiece. One is very old and slightly bent, a sword more iron than steel, dark as pot, forged, so the tale runs, by the smith in Rocky Ford. Yet it is a sword for all that time, and belonged to Canas once, and tasted orc's blood and robber's blood in its time. The other is a very different matter. A long, straight, keen-edged, of the finest sword steel, silvery and glinting blue, even in the yellow firelight. The pommel's knot design is centered with the deeply engraven seal of St. Gerd. The cross hilts are gracefully shaped and chased in gold. The children of that place look at both swords with awe, and on some long winter nights in old Dorthen, grandfather of grandfathers, and greybeard now, takes from its carved chest the scroll that came along with the sword, and reads aloud to his family. But first he reminds them of the day a stranger rode up, robed and mantled in white, an old man with thin silver hair, and handed down the box and sword, naked as it hangs now. "Keep these," the stranger said, "in memory of your daughter Paxinarian. She wishes you to have them, and has no need of them." And though he accepted water from their well, he would say no more of Paxinarian, whether she lived or lay buried far away, whether she would return or not. The scroll Dorothen reads is headed "The Deed of Paxinarian, Dorothen's daughter, of Three Firs," and many are the tales of courage and adventure written therein. Time and again the family has thrilled the description of Paxinarian in battle, the littlest ones pressing close around Dorothen's knees and watching her sword on the well. They are sure it glows slightly when those tales are read. And always they ask, the little ones who never knew her, what she was like. Just like in that scroll, always so tall and so brave? And Dorothen remembers her face the night she left, and is silent. One brother thinks of a long-legged girl running down errant sheep. The youngest brother remembers being carried on her shoulders, and the smell of her hair. Besides this, legend is all they have. "She's dead," say some. "She must be, or they wouldn't have sent her sword." "No," say others, "she is not dead. She has gone where she doesn't need this sword." And Dorothen turns to the end of the scroll, which solves nothing, for the deed is unfinished, ending abruptly in the middle of a stanza. And one of those children, the little ones, has climbed from a stool to the table, and from the table to the mantelpiece, and touched with a daring hand the hilt of each sword, and then climbed down to dream of songs and battles. Book 1, Chapter 1, The Sheep Farmer's Daughter.